Anthropic just made a pretty bold claim. They're saying their new model, Claude Sonnet 4.5, is the best coding model on the planet, aiming to top models like GPT-5, Gemini 2.5 Pro, and everything in between. And they aren't just talking. They've also dropped a new Agent SDK, a native VS Code extension to integrate Sonnet 4.5 into our daily coding routine, and the mind-blowing Imagine with Claude, an experiment that generates software on the fly. So today, we're putting the hype to the test. Is this just clever marketing, or are we really looking at the new king of code? So, what the experts are saying about Claude Sonnet 4.5. Released in September 2025, Anthropic and the community are framing the model is a huge leap forward for the entire software development lifecycle, from brainstorming and system design all the way to debugging and security. They're backing up these claims with some head-turning benchmark scores, where it's hit state-of-the-art results on real-world coding challenges. But benchmarks are one thing, and real-world performance is another. To see how it stacks up, let's take a look at what the new native VS Code extension can do, check what the new Agent SDK enables, and see a demo of the amazing Imagine with Claude experiment. First up, let's look at how the new native extension handles a truly complex, full-stack task inside VS Code. The prompt given to the AI is, build a Slack integration for Antflow that syncs comments bidirectionally. This includes posting Ask comments to a Slack thread, adding Slack replies back as task comments, and creating a link to Slack button in the UI. This is a heavy lift, far beyond a simple refactor. We see the AI process the request and break it down into a clear to-do list. Update task model, create webhook handles, add UI components, and build and test. It then searches the code base to identify all the relevant files. Once the code is written, it proceeds to run the build and test commands. Finally, it provides a full summary of the changes, confirming it updated the core data model, added the AP logic for syncing, and updated the UI. This is an end-to-end feature implementation, handled autonomously, demonstrating an ability to manage context across multiple files and layers of a tech stack. Next up is the new Agent SDK. While the VS Code demo showed what Sonnet 4.5 can do on its own, the SDK is about empowering us to build our own specialized AI agents. This is where the model's biggest promise lies: its ability to act as an autonomous assistant that can plan and execute complex tasks. Anthropic claims it can maintain focus for over 30 hours, a massive jump from the previous generation. For teams who want to create custom agentic experiences, the Claude Agent SDK, formerly the Claude Code SDK, gives access to the same core tools, context management systems, and permissions frameworks that power Claude Code. They also released SDK support for sub-agents and hooks, making it more customizable for building agents for your specific workflows. Developers are already building agents for a broad range of use cases with the SDK, including financial compliance agents, cybersecurity agents, and code debugging agents. If you're finding this valuable and want to stay ahead of the curve on the future of AI, hit that subscribe button right now. My goal is to cut through the hype and bring you the knowledge you need, and your support helps me do that. Thanks. But the vision extends beyond the IDE. Anthropic also gave us a glimpse of a new experiment called Imagine with Claude. This feature, available to Mac subscribers, is an interactive, generative environment for making software on the go. It's not vibe coding. It's a totally new way to create software, where the software is built on demand. I know, I took some time to understand too, so I'll show the presentation from Anthropic.
We've been experimenting with a new way for AI to build software. It's called Imagine with Claude. Imagine with Claude is still building software, but we've cut out the middleman. Instead of writing code that describes this text box, Claude just makes the text box. We've given it access to software tools that construct software directly, and substantially faster. Here, Claude isn't writing code in the standard way. It doesn't have to plan it all out in advance. Instead, it generates new software on the fly. When we click something here, it isn't running pre-written code. It's producing the new parts of the interface right there and then. As you can see from the thought process, Claude is working out from the overall context what you want to see. The user has clicked on X, so that must mean they want to see Y. It then produces it right before your eyes. On the surface, this might seem like only a subtle distinction from what you've seen before. And the example we've picked here is just for fun. But the underlying approach of this experiment is quite different. This is software that generates itself in response to what you need, rather than following a predetermined script. In the future, will we still have to rely on pre-made software? Or will we be able to create whatever software we want as soon as we need it? With this new experiment, you can imagine things being very different.
Hope you got the picture now. In my opinion, the implications of a tool like this are massive. We are looking at a fundamental shift in how software could be created. Instead of developers translating ideas into code, the process becomes a collaborative dialogue with an AI that builds, visualizes, and refines the application in real time. It's a move toward generative interfaces, where the AI assembles the UI and logic needed for a task on demand. While still an early preview, it points to a future where development is more accessible, dynamic, and imaginative than ever before. Now, let's talk about the numbers that make this all possible. On the SWE-bench Verified evaluation, which tests how well a model can solve real-world issues from GitHub, Sonnet 4.5 now sits at the top with a score of 77.2%, beating out major competitors. But what does that number actually mean for us? It means the model is significantly better at understanding complex, real-world code bases and fixing real problems. It's why the AI in our first demo could build that entire Slack integration so cleanly, and why the Agent SDK is capable of powering multi-step workflows. It also leads on the OSWorld benchmark, which tests an AI's ability to perform tasks on a computer, scoring 61.4%. This isn't just about writing code anymore. It's about using the tools a developer uses, and that's a huge step forward. So, is Claude Sonnet 4.5 the new king of code? I think so. The full-stack integration test was a powerful demonstration of its practical capabilities. The Agent SDK really does seem to unlock a new level of automation that other models aren't quite matching yet. It is more expensive than some of its rivals, with API pricing at $3 per million input tokens and $15 per million output tokens. However, the performance boost, especially for the complex agentic tasks we've seen, could easily justify that cost for many professional developers and businesses. But hey, that's just my take. Have you tried it? Drop a comment below and let me know what you think. Is this the tool that finally makes AI a true coding partner? If you haven't already, subscribe for more videos that give you the real, no-hype advantage in the world of AI. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.